Supergirl, Women of Tomorrow, issue 5, Tom King writing, Billy Chris Evely on the art. This is a story of our main character, Ruthie, I think.
Ruthie?
Yeah, I feel like they don't say her name enough because I've just not learned it. But this is basically the villain, Krell. He uses this magic orb that he is Krem, sorry, that he's got because she explains in the narration that you have to actually have murdered lots of people for the purpose of like getting the power to actually get this magic orb. But this orb transports Supergirl and her to a planet, which I assume is a deep pull from Superman lore.
I believe it is.
Yeah. But
we get Superman on the line.
So they get they get to this planet that has a green sun, and it's effectively kryptonite sunlight that is hurting Supergirl. And it's a story of Ruthie having to kind of look after her while she's passed out as they're waiting for sunset, because that's when she'll get her powers back and they can fly off and get out of here. So it's a story of her having to like sort of like take the sword, fight off some weird alien dinosaur things, and just kind of survive. And that's the issue. But it is kind of an enjoyable issue, and in that
it is. I love the spin of it, like the idea of, oh no, we're gonna wait for the sun to go away, is the complete opposite of almost every other Superman or Supergirl story where the sun is the saving grace, right?
Yeah, and I actually kind of like the. There's been a few digs in this story from Kara about Clark, and I kind of liked a couple of them in this one, which is one saying, "Don't tell him that I taught you how to say shit, you get judgy," and the other one being is like early on in the story, she says, "Yeah, Clark was here and." He almost died. He said it was closer to death than even Doomsday, but the Justice League came and saved him. And she's like, "Oh, how long did he survive before that?" And she's like, 45 minutes. And it's like, wait, how long do we have till sunset? About 10, 11 hours. And at the end of the issue, when she finally gets her strength back, and she's still kind of weak, but she's enough to save because Ruthie's about to get eaten by the big monster, and she just sort of like says, 45 minutes. What a bitch! Like that's what she says. It made me laugh. Bitch. That made me laugh so much.
Yeah.
What's this planet name?
Yeah, yeah, it was funny.
That really got me. So, but a lot of it is the main character narrating and talking about the struggle, and she's like fighting off this sort of smaller dinosaur early on with the sword, and she actually feels quite proud. She's like, I don't mean to brag, but I actually feel kind of chuffed that I was able to fight this thing off. And she talks about almost falling asleep herself, and it's just this constant like, please sun go down, like please get there. I was almost expecting like a sad twist where it was like the pitch black planet where that would like almost go down, but then the second sun would rise. Really focused issue, and I think that's been a really good part of this series. Is each issue has felt like really focused in its own story.
I liked that it focuses on
more scattershot for me, because I remember I think it was last issue anyway, because that was the one I didn't like as much, where it had like the 3 or 4 different stories in it.
I think that was the last one, because the last one was the one where they find all the bodies and stuff, right?
It might have been the one before.
No, I think you guys haven't flipped. The blue and the purples were the one before.
Oh, was it? Okay.
And then the last one was the one Connor was talking about with it was like the trials of Kara Zor-El.
Yeah, that was the one I wasn't as keen on. I really appreciate this one being a return to just.
Yeah, I love when they land on the planet and it's just the giant like dinosaur foot is like comes down on top of them, and Kara has to hold it up, but then realizes, oh shit, I'm getting weak. We have to go and do something.
Just something I find really interesting about the coloring in this issue, and this is not a complaint. This is so I realize the sun's green, but the whole most of the book it's still like reds and yellows that we're kind of playing with. That it feels like sure there's the greenish tint to the sky, but most of the color palette is still in those warm colors. And then when it gets to night and they're flying away at the end, that's when everything looks green, even though it's safe now and the green, the green sun is gone. That's the most green the book looks in the entire issue.
Yeah, I love Supergirl waking up delirious at one point with the pterodactyl-like things and going, "What's that? Is that a bird? No, it's a plane," and then she passes back out again.
I do like that this one focused on Ruthie and about her, and how basically it's because of her time with Kara that she's almost able to get the courage to even pick up the sword against that dinosaur to save her because of what Kara's been doing. And I do like that it shows the growth of her as a character.
It's a big deal that we have a story where she has to save Kara at some point during this journey, and that's what this part is. She has to stay and defend her, and that's like a big step forward, I think, for the character.
then her with the Delirious wanting to go to the water because she's so thirsty, but Ruthie's like, we don't know what's in the water. You're not like, you could die. I was getting vibes from at least the book version of Harry Potter, of book 6, with Dumbledore and getting Delirious, and Harry having to guide him through the thing. And it's just the flip on, this person that you're so used to protecting you now have to protect them. Just beyond the sword, her actually talking to her and trying to reason with her. I really like
the moment
that.
where she has to stand up to her and be like, no, you said we're not going to the water, so sit back down.
Yeah.
I really, really, that really resonated.
Her confidence and all that is a really strong part of the issue. Yeah. No, it's really solid. It's really solid. And obviously the art's really pretty, as it has been consistently. So what are you rating Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow issue 5, Matt?
8.5.
Connor?
Yeah, 5 from me as well.
Yeah, 8.5. This is the trinity of 8.5, so what would you want?